welcome to Know and Awaken Your Soul's Unlimited Potential. My name is Eva and I'm so happy to have you here with me. And today I'm continuing with the Akashic series. So I'm going to be talking about soul groups, what they are, why it's important for you to actually know the soul group you're from. And number three, I will share clues of how you can actually start identifying people who are around you who are from your soul group. Okay, so stick around from that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be sharing how I can help you actually get the identity of your particular soul group, where your soul is originally from. So if you're curious about that, do stick until the end of the video. I'm going to be sharing a bit of my work with soul realignment and how it can help you identify your particular soul group. So let's get started. What are soul groups? So soul groups are this, right? When we're initially created by God, like a soul is created by God, it had to go somewhere. And the common assumption here is that we were all created and just put on this planet, right? Like everyone on this planet was created by God and we just appeared here, right? And that is the case for most souls currently on this planet, but not for all souls. Okay, I think the common term that's out here is star seeds, right? So some souls were created, yes, but they incarnated to other planets before now choosing to continue their particular soul journey on this current planet. So not everyone who's on this planet is originally from here. And what normally happens when we're created is that you incarnate to a planet that's a vibrational match to who you are at soul level. There has to be a similarity between your soul and the vibration of this particular planet you incarnated to. Okay, so why it's important to actually identify the particular soul group you're from is that this particular star system or soul group contains certain traits that might actually help you with creating your human experience, that form a huge part of who you are at soul level, of your particular soul blueprint. So you can't just work with the energy centers and say that, that's just it. Like, I'm just going to focus on that and then ignore this particular section of your blueprint. So it's still a major part of your blueprint. So it's important to actually identify your soul group and the traits of that particular soul group so you can actually tap into them in order to create a better human experience for yourself. And the same thing as energy centers, soul groups do have the functional and the dysfunctional aspect of it. Like I said in the previous videos, for the energy centers, right, if you're not living aligned to who you are at soul level, that technically now what happens with the soul is that you're gonna be creating something, but you're gonna be creating something dysfunctionally, something that you really do not want in your experience. That's what normally happens when people don't live aligned to who they are at soul level. So together with the energy center, soul group also have the functional and dysfunctional aspects, things that support you when you're living aligned to who you are at soul level, and when you're not living aligned, there is a dysfunctional way that it appears in your life. Okay, so it's very important to actually identify the particular soul group you are from, and it also gives you a sense of identity, because I think a lot of people, maybe especially the star seeds, might be feeling lost on this planet, like something just doesn't make sense. They don't like what is a common or accepted norm in society, maybe the marriage, the kids and all that. Like, they always feel like something is off. They're sort of a rebel. So there's a reason for that. If you're feeling a bit weird or something, it just means that you're on a planet which is not a likeness to who you are at soul level. You maybe came here for a reason, and we're gonna dive into that later on in this series. But what the piece I'd love to give to you is that so many people on this planet are originally Earth souls. That's what we call them, people who have a vibrational likeness to Earth. So if a lot of people have come up with this notion that this is what is accepted by society based on the Earth vibration, of course, if you're not from Earth originally, it's gonna feel a bit off for you. So make peace with that you're probably gonna seem a little bit weird to the people around you, and that's completely okay. There's a reason behind that, right? And I've explained it previously. So third part of the video, I'm going to be sharing how you might actually start identifying people who are around you who are from your particular soul group. So from my experience, I've noticed that we have a way of attracting each other. Like, members of your soul group, they have a way of finding each other for some reason, regardless of where they currently are in your country, regardless of where they currently are in the world. We have a way of just finding each other. I've known from my experience that I've met members of my soul group from literally all parts of the world, different continents. And something just happened that we happened to just register for the same course at the same time, happened to be put in the same kind of like tribe mentality, whatever. And then we just happened to connect for some reason. Like, even if the other groups of then other members of the group are like 6 or 7, that me and this person just instantly connected for some reason and actually formed a friendship outside the group. Okay, only to come discover later, now of course after reading their records, that this person is from the same soul group as me. So it explains that connection to me. And the same thing also with family members, right? There might be family members that you feel a certain sense of attachment or connection to compared to other people. And what people struggle with is that they're gonna spend so much time and their energy trying to make a relationship work, trying to figure out why is it that me and this person don't get along. I mean, they're my sister, they're my mother, they're my brother, they're my father, but for some reason there's a lack of connection there. So what I've come to experience is that we tend to have a sense of deep connection with people who are like us at soul level. So like us meaning they're either from our soul group, because of course if someone is from your soul group, you kind of understand their traits because they are your own traits, or they have the same energy center that we have. We're gifted in the same way, so you recognize that connection based on that. But if that connection is not there, you're gonna have so much struggle in that relationship. Like, it's kind of like you'll be parallel opposites. You're completely different people, and no matter how much you try to make that work, it's never gonna work. Okay, so the piece I like for you to have with that is the fact that if someone does not have the same traits as you at an energetic level, at a soul level, does not have your energy center, doesn't have your soul group, chances are, yes, you might be connected because on the physical side, it says, that's my mother, that's my father, that's my brother. I'm supposed to love them. I'm supposed to want to be with them. But there's always going to be a lack of connection if you don't have similarity on a soul level. So make peace with that. And that's completely okay. If you're currently incarnated in the same family, there's a reason for that. The chances are that you maybe made some agreements elsewhere to come and learn certain life lessons together, so no mistakes were made. Okay, but just make peace with the fact that you might never get a chance to develop that deep connection with this particular friend or family member. Okay, make peace with that. So that actually ends my presentation for today. I hope you like whatever I've shared. If you have more questions or comments about this video, do comment down below. I'm always happy to respond to anyone who's curious about this. And also, if you're new to my channel and you do like the kind of content I do share out here and you like to get more content, do subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification bell that's next to the subscribe button so that you might be getting alerts for every time I share out a post. And the last part of my video, I always end my videos by sharing how I can actually help you awaken your soul's unlimited potential. And for this particular video, how I can actually help you identify your soul group through soul realignment work, which is the work I do with the Akashic records. So, number one, what you get with the soul realignment reading is that you get to identify your particular energy centers. Your energy centers are what contain your soul gifts, your particular gifts that you're supposed to leverage to create the kind of human experience that's desirable for you. Okay, and a lot of people here are not living aligned to who they are at soul level. And how you might actually be able to identify that is that there's so much suffering, so much lack in the world. Lack, when you see a person who's lacking in health, who's lacking in relationship, who's lacking in finances, there's a reason behind that. If you're not living aligned to who you are at soul level based on the gifts that you were given, it's gonna express itself dysfunctionally in these 3 areas. Okay, so that's one way you can actually be able to identify whether you're living aligned to who you are at soul level. And with soul realignment work, you can actually identify what constitutes positive and negative choices for your particular soul based on your traits. Okay, so that's what you get with the soul realignment work. You get to identify what choices not to make in order to create the same negative patterns you've been repeating lifetime after lifetime. Okay, that's 2. Number 3, again, you get to identify where your soul is originally from, your particular soul group, and the soul level traits that you can actually tap into to create, again, the kind of experience you want for yourself. And then 4th, on the soul realignment reading, you get to identify your particular vibrational rate. Basically, we measure where you currently are vibrationally. Where do you get your intuition from? Okay, we actually measure that for you, and also give you a bit of clues of how you can actually be able to raise your vibration so that you're manifesting more and better going forward. And last but not least, you get to identify your particular blocks and restrictions that are currently preventing you from really accessing all the divine gifts that you were given by God. Okay, so these blocks are created by all the negative choices we've made in our previous lifetimes that we're still repeating until now. And with soul realignment work, you get to have awareness as to what choices those were so that you don't make the same mistake in this current lifetime, especially after the reading. You get to resolve that for yourself. After the reading, of course, you get to clear all these blocks and restrictions, return your soul back to its original state, and of course, that awakens more possibilities for yourself. Now you have access to vital force energy based after the reading, right? More vital force energy that you can use to create more of what you want. So that's all you'll get to the soul realignment reading. I hope you do enjoy that. If you're curious about that or you'd like to know more, you can comment down below or connect with me on Facebook or Instagram. Send me a DM, send me a message. I'll be happy to answer you. Or if you're ready to just say yes to really awakening that part of you and letting go of all these things that have been keeping you stuck, book a soul realignment reading down below on the description box. I put out all my links there, and I do hope to see you on the other side. For now, I'm sending you so much love and so many virtual hugs. Don't forget to subscribe again, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye for now.